Alright, today we got a little piece of cottonwood bark. It's maybe an inch and a half thick, something like that. But it's enough to do a little house on there, and I got a cool little hole here in the top. I'm going to try to leave that there. Maybe make some little whimsical thing going up there or something. But yeah, we're going to give this a shot and see what we can make out of this. Alright, and we're carving. So this is a piece of cottonwood bark. Mostly using the Dremel on this today. I do have my micro motor with the 3/32, but whenever I carved this, my micro motor was still broke for the 1/8 bits, so just remedied that problem. I got my bearings yesterday and was able to get my micro motor working again, and then I also ordered a new brushless one, so whenever it gets here I'll be able to really make some dust in a hurry. So just carving out this this house real quick. Just left a lot of this video in there because this is carving out pretty quick, and that way you can kind of see how I cut it out. Didn't really draw any lines on this. I'm just going with the shape of the wood there and using as much of it as I can. This Dremel really makes quick work of this cottonwood bark, though. It just tears it up. This is just some spooky magic smoke that's going up there right now. Here's the micro motor I did use, but I only had a few bits for it at the time. One fellow that watches the channel sent me some dental bits for it, so I can use those, but I don't think I had them at the time of this video. I might have got them right after this video, but I'm using the bits I did have, and they were working good for doing like really detail work and squaring up the corners and stuff, but for most of the wood removal I just used the Dremel. I did have this little Dremel, forget what it was called. Little cheap thing I got at the Lowe's. Didn't have much power, kept shutting off on me. Not super impressed with it, but it did okay in the for doing these little detail stuff.
Doesn't have the best bearing in it. I think it may even have a bushing in the front of it. I'm not sure. That's what it feels like. That vibrates a lot more than it should whenever you're cutting. Not used to that. Yeah, it worked okay for doing the little shingle lines and lines in the boards and for the door and some of the siding, stuff like that. That's a real quick, easy way to make decent looking shingles. You can just start at the top, work your way down, make those little lines across, and then make your vertical shingle lines just staggered, similar to doing the bricks. I did take a little torch and heated it up at a couple spots, but I was just about done with it and then changed my mind.
Alright, well, I got this witch house carving. I had it about done. I had this kind of natural wood formation around there, and I glued that rock in there. I thought it would look kind of like the moon up there, but I didn't think it was big enough. So I made one out of polymer clay. This is glow-in-the-dark polymer clay. Super Sculpey, I think it is. And I went ahead and baked it, so it's hard. And I'm going to try to make a fancy holder for it up here. Make it look like the moon above the witch's house. So here we go. We'll get this cut out and see how it comes out.
If one's going to have a scary full moon, needs to have a big full moon. So made this guy up, glued him in there, just used some Elmer's glue, glued him in, wood glue, and I think the glue was actually still wet when I was carving this. I had to kind of hold the moon in place. That polymer clay, I just used I used an aluminum foil ball, and then I wrapped the clay around it. Did my little craters and stuff. I used some just regular polymer clay on the back to just so I wasn't using up all the glow-in-the-dark stuff that I had, and then just baked it in the oven for about I don't know, about 10 minutes. Wasn't real thick, so it didn't need to go the full 15 minutes. I decided to add just a little bit of color to it. Took a little bit of that red and orange and went over the chimney there a little bit, just to give the bricks some color, and then I think I used like a black wash and kind of went over that a little bit. Making some of the background invisible with that black paint. Turned out to be a pretty fun little Halloween project. Any type of little house you can cut into cottonwood bark's a lot of fun. It's just neat stuff to play around with.
Okay, we got the witch's house done again. I got the moon on there. I did the claws around it. Put a little bit of color to it. I'm going to try to get you a real quick video on what it looks like in the dark, because that moon really glows. It's pretty cool. This clay actually works pretty good for glow in the dark stuff. I have a couple of little polymer clay owls that I made, and I made their eyes glow in the dark, and sometimes in the middle of the night or even in the morning I'll wake up and you can just see their eyes glowing just a little wee bit. So they work pretty good when it's dark. They hold the glow for a long time. So anyways, this thing turned out pretty neat. If you like the video, then give me a thumbs up. And this cottonwood bark, neat stuff to carve. You can do crazy stuff with it. So yeah, find a piece you can work on if you're into carving, and give it a shot. You can do it with the regular tools. You don't have to do it with Dremels or spinny things. You can do it with knives and gouges and whatever you want. So yeah, thanks for watching. See you next week.